In this video, we'll go through split assessment result entry, specifically for an assessor. So we can have a look on our screen. We have an in-progress assessment event, and we have knowledge, we have calculations. So the performance is missing from this assessment event. The performance for candidate number 1 and number 2 is in a different assessment event, in this case for the same assessor. However, it's important to note that when you have a split assessment event, so the knowledge and the calculations component is in one assessment event, regardless of whether it's the same assessor or a different assessor who's doing the performance, the knowledge and the calculations assessment event must be completed first. It's not just the results that need to be entered, the results need to be entered and everything needs to be finalized. In this case, we can go ahead and finalize our knowledge assessment type. So we'll click the finalize button, hit the completed button, hit save. We've got our candidates here. So if we select candidate 1, we'll select the competent result for this candidate, put in our time, and we'll save that. Now for candidate 2, we'll select the not yet competent result, verify the EOI, select our times, and save those results. Once we return to AEN, we scroll down to the bottom, we can see our results entries completed. We now need to do our calculations. So if we select the calculations, we can go through the same process. We can finalize the outcome as completed. In this case, we'll enter both candidates as competent for calculations. And we'll now move on to our second candidate. Verify their EOI, enter our times, select save. We have our results. So we'll go back to the AEN. We can now see that results entry for knowledge is completed, results entry for calculations is completed. We can save those results. And there's nothing left for us to do. We can complete this assessment event. Once completed, we'll get a notification up the top. But more importantly, we now need to go and complete our performance portion of this assessment event. So if we head over to assessment events, we could search for our performance assessment. We can see it's still in progress. If we open that up, we can see we just have the performance. So to finalize our performance, we'll go through the same process. We'll select completed. We'll select save. We can see now one of our candidates is not eligible. That's due to the fact that they had a not yet competent result in the previous assessment, being the knowledge and the calculations one. So we'll go in and we'll put a competent result for our remaining candidate. We'll put in a time and we'll save. Once we've got our results in, we can return to the AEN. We've now added results for the performance component. To complete this AEN, we still need to add our plant details. We'll just enter some test plant. And we'll save that. Once we're done, we can save and we can complete the assessment event. You can see that now this is completed. We've got one competent and one not eligible for the performance. So if we now have a look at this candidate, we can see that they have two assessment events, 101044 for their knowledge, for their calculations, and 101044 for their performance. Once you head back, you can now issue candidate assessment summary emails to those candidates or download the candidate assessment summary documents as per usual.